D-Lo 404 Boxing. All right, y'all. I want to talk about this Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring fight right quick. You know, Jamel definitely the veteran fighter, the older fighter. Guy who's been a champion longer, been around the sport much longer, has seen more looks as a professional. And then you have Shakur Stevenson, the young phenom, the Olympian. Guy who has a ceiling that most people think is off the charts. And we just got, those guys coming together for a showdown in Atlanta tomorrow night. To me, it's an intriguing matchup because both guys know each other very well. And because, of the fact that Jamel is a part of a team that kind of like took Shakur under their wing and help him, develop as a pro fighter and kind of help him transition to the pro game in terms of everything that he has to deal with being a pro, but also the nuances and things that, come with getting acclimated to the pro fighting style and the pro system. So, that makes it intriguing. One thing about it I will say is that I think Shakur is trying to build a fight up and kind of get under Jamel's skin, whereas Jamel kind of seems to be undeterred and laser focused on what the task at hand is, and that he's just, it's just another fight for him. I think he's gotten to the point that now it's like, okay, this isn't Shakur anymore. This is an opponent, so it's just another guy. And I think the fight's big for both guys. I think it's bigger for Shakur Stevenson because this is going to be the best opponent he's fought, period. And the same goes for Jamel in many ways, but at the same time, Shakur is still carving out, who he is and his identity as a fighter right now. He's still trying to figure out what fighting style he's going to stick with, because a lot of times, and I know there's such thing as versatility, but a lot of times these young fighters get caught up and worried about the crowd noise and things of that nature. So that impacts and influences how they fight, because they're in the ring actually thinking about how the fight's going to be received, how their performance is going to be received, instead of thinking about the opponent and just going out there and getting the win. So all those things lend themselves to this fight being very, very intriguing, and there could be some ebbs and flows in the fight as a result of those things. But ultimately, I went with Shakur to win the fight by decision. I actually went with a majority decision. But there's also the fact that, just that he has the youth on his side. I think youth, and I think he has a lot of versatility, and I think he's going to have to show that versus Jamel. But at the same time, there's also a possibility. I always throw it out there. I'm sticking with my pick, but I'm also going to say that I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that Jamel could out-hustle Shakur, just because Jamel knows how to win rounds as a pro, and so does Shakur. But at the same time, it's a situation where at that level, Jamel's been there longer. So I just want to say that I'm glad these guys are fighting, although I would have preferred to see Oscar Valdez versus either guy. But now that the fight's here, I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. And I think we're going to get a good fan-friendly fight. And I think at the end of it all, these guys are going to be glad that, it's all over with and behind them. And hopefully they can just move forward and build on what they already had before they became foes, in terms of being foes in the ring, that is. But like I said, my pick, I got Shakur by majority decision. I think Jamel is going to be in this fight from the start to the finish. I don't think it's going to be one of those outclassing type things that, we've seen with Shakur versus some of his opponents. Jamel is another level. If he can go in there and outclass Jamel and just get distance against him like he has against some of these other guys, I will be thoroughly impressed. And I'm not going to say that's out of the realm of possibility, because I'm very high on Shakur. I think he is the best of this new crop of young fighters right now. He's the one that I got my eye on the most, that I think could potentially go the furthest. But at the same time, Jamel could be too much too soon for him. We'll see. That's all I got on it. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.